let's move on now to our 20th place team, the Hobart Archangels. On the Hobart Archangels, we've got Mantis, Grays, Seager, Caron, Easy Points, and Captain Morgan. They were, I think, listed in at 22nd, so they climbed a couple of spots into 20th. And yeah, it's great to see a bunch of these players returning back to another nationals. Yeah, Mr. Four Eyes, how did the Hobart Archangels? How many headaches did those guys create for you during the nationals?
Too many. Huge team. I don't even know where to begin. Let's just say when I first played them, I went in with an open mind, and I came out and I was just like, damn, I felt like I was playing, top tier competition again, because like they're structured really well. I've got nothing but good things to say about those guys. Like, they played a good defensive game. They played a structured attacking game as well. They knew where they needed to be. They just created headaches for a lot of the teams that went up against them. So props to them. Yeah.
One of the things I noticed in their results is they had Mantis on 1.07, Grays on 1.01, Sega on 0.95, Caron on 0.89, and Easy Points on 0.8. So the results of their individuals on their team were like highly compressed, which is generally like, and they're good results. Like a 0.8 plus GRC for a team that's finishing around the 20th is still good, very good. And something that you'll notice with the top teams is that they generally don't, they're not. It's not like they have one or two outstanding players and then there's a big fall away. Quite often you're getting 9 or 10 grand across the field when they're playing teams of equal caliber. So that goes sort of demonstrated to me they've got pretty good teamwork and structure. Just by looking at the results there. Is there anything else you could add, Ryan? Did you get to play them more than once during the comp?
No, I'm pretty sure we only played them once, but I also refed one of their games. I think they definitely wanted to play a really structured game. But from what I saw, something like a point of improvement, which I'm skipping a little bit, but a point of improvement for them, I think, from watching that reffing game is making the swaps from like swapping a player from attack into defense or pulling out a third defender into attack. A lot of the time it took a really long time, like having a full-blown conversation, or if it wasn't a conversation, it was a yelling across the arena and a what? Send me this person.
Notice that too.
What? So there was a little bit of chaos in their structure, which I think took away from, at the end of the day, that if it takes, ideally it would take only a handful of seconds to swap players if you're at a high level, but if that starts taking like 10 plus seconds, 15, even 20 seconds, that's really valuable time. That could have been the difference of you getting a base or not. So I guess from reffing that game, that'd be my recommendation for them, is finding a way that works for them in where they can swap they can change the structure of their team from, let's say, like a 3D 2A to a 2 defense 3 attack, maybe just a word and then everyone knows what that means, or even just the swapping of like one player from attack into defense. A lot of the time I was noticing that I think Caron was the one leading the game. He would come back to defense and then he would like run around a bunch trying to find a specific person and like doing a lot of it a little bit more hands-on, where, you can give a little bit of that agency to your teammates. So like, hey, swap with this person, send them here. And then, if you want to come home and reset the defense, that's cool. Or if you think your time's better spent, just field pointing for a bit or stopping another team at another base, you can go do that while you wait for your attacker to come. But yeah, just that's what I noticed. I think also of note, they had a presence at each of the prenats. So I think prenats 1, it wasn't all of the players, but I'm pretty sure prenats 2 and 3, they had pretty much their whole team there, which obviously did them some savers. They finished, what did they finish? They finished in, oh, I can't see it. I'm blind. 22nd. So it did them some favors. Also of note, if we look at their placings throughout the comp, they started really high in 17th. But as the comp went on, they kind of started to drop a little bit. So what will, given that data, the fact that they were consistently dropping positions as the comp went on, what would you attribute that to for us?
Probably like you mentioned, you know, just taking a little bit too long to swap over. Like I said, you know, their defense and attacking structure is great. But yeah, the crucial seconds in swapping over and, you know, positioning yourselves back up and sort of keeping an eye on what everyone's doing, it can cost you time. But again, you know, if they excuse me, if they continue to work on that, then yeah, they're only just going to get better. But from what I played against them, you know, their structure was great.
Yeah, and especially with Hobart Nationals being the next one, I see them doing very, very well, especially at a home nationals. One last honourable mention from me was Grays was really good.
Yes.
So
oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think it was a round robin game, but I'm pretty sure we versed them in training. But I remember being at their base, and you know, I've played for quite a while, and here's this player that I've not really seen before. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna shoot this, but oh, she's beating me. I was like, okay, well, let's put a bit more attention into it. Oh, she got me again, and now I'm like, all right, well, now I'm actually trying. And then like she just kept beating me in like duels and stuff. So she was super fast. Her positioning like around panels and stuff to win duels was like really good. Yep. I was super impressed with Grace. She was actually my pick to make like a placement in the women's side event. I don't remember how she went after that, but yeah, well done, Grace. Color me impressed. I thought you were really good.
Yeah, and Mantis as well. She's like the nicest player.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She's the type of person that would probably apologize after denying you.
Yeah, she actually did to me once. I got their base, I walked out, and she's like, oh, I got into their base, and she came in as I put 2 shots in. I mean, yeah, I was like, oh.
1.89 denial average, by the way. Anyway.
Shut up. Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Nice try, though. And I was like, is that patronizing, or was that like you being nice? So I was just like, okay. I just walked away, and I was
I'm
like,
sure
I'm
she
not gonna
meant
do that
well.
again. No, yeah, no, I do. I after like talking to her for a little bit over the comp, yeah, no, I know she means well. She's great character, so yeah, good times.
How did their team structure up? Who was running their attack and yeah, floating and things for them?
Yeah, like Holmes mentioned, I think Karen was running the games. So he would go out on attack first and kind of help the teams go, or help the teammates go through there, and then drop back and kind of run defense as well. But in terms of the game overall, Captain Morgan was up there as well, definitely doing some work. He was more of a offensive player. The times that I came across him were mostly usually at his base, and he was making the calls and making sure that his teammates were well aware of where everybody else was. So I'm just guessing, but yeah, I think Karen was running attack and Morgan was running defense. But
it looks like judging by the stats that Sega was like their opening batsman, I guess, or like one of the first ones to be getting bases, because he had the highest average score of the team and the second highest base average after Karen as well.
Right. Okay, cool.
Very good. It's a bit of a testament to hosting a Nats. Just, you know, we all know it gives the scene a boost, but we probably don't give enough attribute to it. Actually even gives this local scene a boost the year before the Nats, because you know, there's this a real hype happening at the site. All the players that have been playing for a few years are like, oh, here's our chance to, you know, really train hard and get some results. And so you retain a lot of players, you manage to attract some new players, and yeah, it's great to see that you know, both Hobart teams playing so well this year, and they are, you know, they're going to be a force. Hopefully I'm not sure, but, you know, presumably they've probably got some more players we haven't seen as well, that we're going to see next year. So it'd be great to see a real boost for the Tassie guys.